Hey, besties, welcome back to the Annie Show, the part of the week where I sit down and share a cup of tea with you and tell you everything that's going on behind the scenes of, I want to say sugar and soft, but actually I'm not even going to talk that much about sugar and soft today. I'm going to talk about other things. I actually thought that I didn't have a lot to share with you, and then I started writing a few notes and I've actually got too much, I think, for one episode, so we'll see how it goes. I've got a thing I want to talk about at the end that I'll probably just do a separate episode on. But anyway, so much to talk about. I hope you've been well. Let me have a little bit of tea before I forget and let it go cold. So the first thing I want to talk about is I failed. Let's talk about this because I see failure as such a positive thing. You have to try things. If you're not failing, you're not trying new things. It's part of it. It's part of the journey. It's absolutely learning. And I've been making a big effort this year, and this is why I've started this series. But on my socials as well, I've been making a big effort to try and share with you not just the ups, but the challenges as well with my whole life, not just sugar and soft, running small businesses, lots of things. Oh my God, the main thing I want to talk about, actually, I haven't even written down. Oh, what am I going to talk about? There's too many things. Okay, Pencilgate. We haven't even talked about Pencilgate, have we? Okay, but let me try and stay on topic. So I want to talk to you about failure and how important it is. And I want to share with you, I don't just want to quietly do my failures behind the scenes. I want to share with you when I see something as a failure and how I'm going to learn from it. So, hi, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Anita Perry. I run a stationery business. I design and illustrate stationery. I have a subscription box. I'm also a fine artist, an author, and the creator of Strategy for Happy. More on that later. So, Tiny Hut Club is my stationery subscription box. And there are many challenges with running a stationery subscription box. There are also many joys. If you want me to do a whole episode on the challenges of running a stationery subscription box, actually a whole series, and I will definitely dive into those. But what I have been doing, one of the big challenges actually that we have is, obviously, I have to design everything and get everything made, and we have to pack everything up in advance, okay? Obviously in advance. So there's a lot of predicting and guesswork that goes into how much stuff do we need, how many subscribers are we going to have, how many new spaces are we going to open up. It's a whole conundrum, okay? So one of the things that I've been experimenting with is different versions of Tiny Hut Club. You may have noticed it feels like I've been launching a new version of Tiny Hut Club every single month. If you are a loyal bestie, a subscriber of the original Tiny Hut Club, please do not worry. I'm not messing with your stationery box. I'm merely adding additional options, which helps us behind the scenes, but also gives you more options. We always get requests for different types of boxes, like, just the enamel pins, a smaller version of the box, a cheaper version of I don't want to say cheaper, a less expensive, well, no, I don't want to say expensive either, a lower price point, that's what I want to say, a lower price point version of the box. So I've done a few different versions. I did the yellow envelope of joy, which was just the paper bits, so the art print, the colouring page, the calendar page, the vinyl sticker, the character card, the things like that. So I did that one. I did what I called best bits, which confused everybody. It confused everyone. It confused me. It didn't confuse me, but it confused everyone. It was a lighter version of the box, but the things change. The things that are in the box change, so it was really hard to describe like what was actually in your box, and everyone got confused. And yeah, I take full responsibility. I made it confusing. Okay, and then most recently we have my silly little pin club, which is the name I love the most, which is just the pins. You do actually get a postcard as well, but it's just the pins, or pin or pins. You can choose between 1 and 2 enamel pins. And obviously it made me having different versions of the box made behind the scenes more of a nightmare for poor Holly. Doing the labels. Holly does the labels, which doesn't even sound, unless you run a subscription box, I feel like this just sounds like I'm being so dramatic, because I'm like, oh, the labels, like printing the labels, that just sounds like a 2-second job, right? It literally takes us so long. Oh Lord, every month I'll like regret my life. So different versions of the box obviously mean different labels. So what I've done is I have scrapped now. I've scrapped The yellow envelopes. I've scrapped the best bits. I've just realised I'm probably going to post this before we actually email the best bits. Okay, please don't worry. We have options for you. You're not going to be abandoned. I'm actually going to send you a free version of the upgrade, and then I'm going to let you decide between the options that we do have. Yeah, maybe we can send the email before I post this video, but I'm probably going to post it today. Okay, well, if you're watching this, sorry, you will get a personalised email to you. I don't want to abandon you. If you're a yellow envelope, you will have already got an email about this, so you'll know. But yeah, basically they just didn't really catch on. This box is so popular, we sell out, we have a wait list. The other versions of the boxes, I think just due to confusement, did I just make up a new word? Due to the confusing nature of having all these different options, that maybe it's just, unless you know the box really well, like I do, obviously, it's kind of hard to see like what the differences are. It is confusing. Didn't really catch on. Apart from Pin Club, my Silly Little Pin Club has been doing all right. Of course, it's the newest one. I still need to talk about it more. And it really, selfishly, it really helps me out because I always over-order on the pins, but I don't over-order on the other stuff. I don't want to get us into a situation, of course, where we're spending loads on stock and then we're not selling it. That is death to a small business. So I try and always guess, but I don't want to just over-order and then have boxes of stuff and have nowhere to put it. And we've gone down that road before in our past and it hasn't ended well. So I always try and be really careful. But the pins, I have to order them so far in advance. I do over-order. Also, we have seconds. That's another issue. Pins that come with slight flaws or something that we don't put in the boxes, but we do sell as seconds in our members shop. But yeah, it really helps us out. This isn't seconds. This is perfectly lovely pins. So we've been doing that. So basically, yes, I tried the yellow envelope of joy was my first one that I tried, my first version of the full box, and the second one was best bits, and yeah, they did not work, but it led us to the Pin Club, which to be fair was the most requested version. I didn't want to do it for quite a few reasons. I can go into them if you want, they're quite boring. I didn't want to do it, but now we have done it and it has actually taken off. I just didn't think it would in other various reasons, but logistical reasons. But it has, we are doing it. So we're just now having two versions of the box. Yeah, so failure, like, you know, and if I didn't have such a good relationship with, what's the word? Like, I just don't care about being cringe, or like whatever the kids say, cringe, or like looking like I failed or whatever. Like, I really want to talk about it. I think it's really nice. I love seeing it when other people talk about things like they've tried and haven't worked. I just think it's such an important part of life, to be honest. So that's what's happening. I'm currently designing for the next, or not the next, but the next one that I haven't designed yet, Tiny Hug Club stationery box and pin club, of course. And this box is still the same. You still get the enamel pins in here, don't worry. And it is Bumblebee Bikers. Oh, so cute. I love it. I was doing it last night and I was so happy. I had my little cup of decaf tea and I was drawing bumblebees in biker gangs and it was so lovely. I can't wait to share with you that box. But even more exciting, so our May Tiny Hug Club box opens on the 1st of May. And so to new members, that opens. If you're an existing member on a rolling monthly membership, you don't need to worry about joining a wait list. It just automatically, we know you need a box. So we make a box for you and we send it to you until you choose to pause or cancel your subscription, that you can do at any time. The May box, I have shared the unboxing video. Oh, it's got one of my favourite ever items in it. It really has. I've never made it before. I've always wanted to make them. I won't tell you on this video because I know a lot of you besties don't want to know spoilers and I completely respect that. And I'm kind of jealous of you because I'm obsessed with spoilers for everything in my life, but I should probably leave more of it for a surprise. So I will not share with you, but if you're intrigued, please do go and watch the unboxing video. I'm so proud of it. I think it's my crowning moment as a stationery creator. So that's happening, very exciting. 1st of May, if you want to get at 5 p.m, if you want to get involved in that, you do have to be on the wait list. Okay, so Pencilgate. Okay, it wasn't even on my original list, so I don't know how much I'm going to get through, but let's talk about Pencilgate. Besties, I went viral. I literally went viral. Sometimes I use the word viral and I don't believe there's a technical definition. If I'm wrong, I'm sure I will be corrected. I don't believe there's a technical definition, but I haven't even looked recently because it's probably gone up, but 3.2 million views on Instagram. It did well on all platforms, but 3.2 million views on Instagram for my video, for a video of little old me opening a box of pencils. Yeah, I know. Did you see it? You likely didn't see it because, interestingly, interestingly, if you have the same interest as me, Instagram and its infinite wisdom only chose to show it to 2% of my Instagram followers and 98% non-followers, which you might think is great. But okay, and it is kind of good because it's the reason it went viral, but it was very strange. It was a very strange experience because 3.2, not everyone was angry. So I'm exaggerating when I say 3.2 million people were angry. 98% of people were angry about the video. And it's so, it is funny, but yeah, I was going to say I don't want to make light of it, but I kind of do because it is just pencils. It is just pencils internet. Chill out a little bit. Yeah, I got very angry. I got a lot of hate comments for that, which is brilliant. It's so brilliant because, of course, I would rather live in a world where no one left hate comments. But the reality is we do live in that world. And I have always known that if I want to grow my audience and serve more besties, which of course I do, I have to get hate comments. That's the only way, right? Because anything that gets pushed out to non-followers will attract, and I say hate comments, it's not actual hate comments. I'm being dramatic, and it's always a little bit more, it seems a little bit harsher when it's directed at you. It's not hate comments, it's people were angry. And I do want those comments because I know I need them. Like, that's the inevitability of life. It's like saying, what's it like saying? It's like saying, maybe you want to live in your dream house and your dream house has a pool. It's like saying, I want to live in my dream house with a pool, but I don't want to deal with cleaning the pool. I don't even want to get someone to clean the pool. I don't want to deal with like pools that get clogged up and get leaves in them. I don't want to deal with that. But the reality is, if you want to live in a house with a pool, you have to deal with that. Probably. I don't know. I don't live in a house with a pool. But it just comes with the territory. You need it. So I see that on the creators that I look at. I looked at I love looking at really famous artists. I looked at Damien Hirst the other day. So much hate comments, and it makes me feel better. But let me justify that. I'm obviously not glad that anyone's getting hate comments. It just means, undeniably, love or hate him, Damien Hirst is a very famous, very successful artist. And if people are hating on him, then of course people are going to hate on me. And of course I need that. That's a sign of growth, is what I'm saying. It's very exciting. I often get as like an angry comment, or like someone's sort of trying to be, someone's trying to take me down a peg or two. I'll often get a comment that says, you're just posting that for attention. A lot of the comments on the pencil video were saying that. You're just posting that for attention. You're just posting that for the views. Like, haven't you got enough attention yet? Like, oh, you're just attention seeking. And I find it so funny because, okay, I have like 3 accounts because I have one for Tiny Hug Club, a Strategy for Happy. I actually got 4 because I've got my Anita Perry account and I've got Sugar and Sloth. And all of them are businesses. Well, Anita Perry isn't a business, but I am a fine artist, so I'm creating a product. Why would I post? So for my stationery brand, Sugar and Sloth, why would I post if I didn't want attention? I'm not going to post my stationery or anything and say, oh no, please don't look at this. Like, I'm just posting this, but like, I don't want to bother you. Like, I'd really just love like 2 views, please don't pay attention. Like, what would the point be? I don't understand. Of course I'm posting for attention. Is that an insult? I mean, is it? I don't know. I don't know. I understand a personal account. Maybe you're just posting it for like a video diary. Sorry, I just got to rip this sticker because it's annoying me. Or something like that, of course. But like I am a business. Like, that's not a secret. I mean, the account is called Sugar and Sloth. That's not a human name. That's my business name. Of course I'm posting for attention. I just thought it was funny. So yeah, Pencilgate. I haven't actually explained what it was. If you haven't seen the video, you can obviously go and watch it. Just look for the one that got 3.2 million views. It's me opening some pencils. So it happens a lot. Okay, not a lot, but a couple times a year we'll get some kind of big issue. And all kinds of different things. Some of them would not make good videos, but some of them are visual issues. So I had these pencils made for a subscription box. They're not going to go into a subscription box, so it's not a spoiler. You can watch the video. They will not be going into a subscription box because they have ink marks on them, black ink smudge marks from the printing process. I had them made with my design, of course, as hopefully you know. Everything in the boxes is 100% designed by me. You can't get it anywhere else. It doesn't exist anywhere else. It is designed by me. I think there was some misunderstanding. Of course, non-followers saw it, didn't really know, kind of thought that I just ordered off Temu. Of course, I would never order from Temu for many reasons, mainly that they rip off my art, and of course they have child labour and are just generally icky and fast fashion and destroying the planet, and I'm actually super careful with anyone I work with, and that's why all of our t-shirts are made by T-Mill, who are squeaky clean in the environmentally friendly category and printed to order, etc, etc. But I am very conscious of that. And there was a lot of people just saying I'd bought them from Temu. Obviously I haven't. I had designed them, had them made, especially with my design. So anyway, where was I going? Oh yeah, and they had these marks on them, so I can't put them in the boxes because I don't put stained or damaged in any way product into your boxes. A lot of people thought that I was saying I was going to like burn them or put them in landfill. I wasn't saying that at all. My bad. I should have been clearer. I would never do that. We always find a home for them. Of course, if you've been around a while, you know that we have our second pin sales. We have seconds enamel pins. That's pins with marks or small defects in our member shop all the time now. But we also do second sales and mystery boxes that we're very clear that they are damaged items, and lots of different ways that freebies, donations, lots of different ways that we do. I basically don't throw things away in the bin. I wouldn't throw 2 boxes of pencils in the bin. Anyway, that was fun. So yeah, I felt like Kim Kardashian then with my 3.2 million views. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I just know I've done a lot of work, a lot of self-work around my inner confidence, quashing my self-doubt, all of this kind of thing. And I did think, but like, it was crazy. I was away for the weekend. It was my partner's birthday. So I couldn't like fully absorb myself in it, which I really wanted to do. But I kept obviously checking on it every now and then. And there was like so many comments. I was trying to reply as well a little bit, but it was just too fast to reply as they were coming in. And I did think, like, if I hadn't done this work, if this had happened earlier, it might have been quite damaging. So I'm just kind of sharing this, I guess, as a warning if maybe this is something that you experience in the future, if this is something you want to experience, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it's definitely something that you want to mentally prepare yourself for. If this is something you're trying to do, you're trying to advertise your business or whatever on social media, the goal probably is to get something like this, and you will get a ton of comments from people who don't like you. Well, who don't know you. Obviously, they don't know you. But yeah, and one of the ways that I prepare myself for that is I do look at big creators. I look at just my personal journey is a lot of fine art, so I look at really big fine art. You need like the really big ones because they're the ones that are getting a lot of exposure, so they will get negative comments. And a nice thing to do as well actually is to look at book reviews, like on Audible for classics, real classics, or on Amazon. Look at the reviews for also something fun you can do is look at the reviews for like the Grand Canyon, the Eiffel Tower, all of these things, all these classic books, all of these like world famous places have bad reviews, and it's quite funny. The ones for the Grand Canyon are quite funny actually. Just like 1 star, like just some rocks, just a hole in the ground. So if like the Grand Canyon or I don't know, Stonehenge can't make people happy, then of course it's just a natural part of life. So let's talk about what's behind me. I have soon on the 8th of June, that rhymes, on the 8th of June, I'm taking over the window of an art gallery with an art collection I'm working on at the moment. Oh, it's very exciting. It's called Not Like Before. And it's about my personal struggle, but I think a lot of adults will relate to this. And it's about how we gradually over time, so we don't even notice, but gradually over time, when we transition from child to adult, play. The kind of the right to spend time on play and play for play's sake, the joy of just creating, just messing about, not even not with any kind of commercial value or any end goal in mind. And there's so many studies on this, on how powerful this is for adults, but there's sort of a shame in it. We feel this duty to be productive, or I do. This is something I really struggle with, this duty to be productive and to create things. If I am creating things for a purpose, I think most adults probably don't even allow themselves the time to create even for a purpose, because we're so busy with our lives and we feel like, maybe people would judge us, maybe it wouldn't be a worthwhile time to spend. And it's about that relationship, and it's kind of about the irony, because of course I'm creating these works for this collection, and I'm really just playing about with that. So the main, I'm posting, I have already actually, but on my Anita Rose Perry Instagram account, I'm posting updates and things. So the main collection is going to focus around a doll's house that I'm going to turn into a mini art gallery, the tiniest art gallery, and have these little paintings inside it. And these paintings represent play that has been shrunk down to almost become unnoticeable, to be acceptable to society, because they're so little you can barely notice them. And there's going to be some bigger works in as well, including this one. So this white space represents the duty that we feel to fill in our time with things that are productive. Let's put that in inverted commas, productive. And so I've got a few examples here of the larger paintings and the relationship between the white space and these flowers that represent play. And I've got, you can't see from here, okay, but I've got loads of little details that are hidden. So I've got little frogs, little flowers, little swans, little castles and things hidden in here. Oh, you can see the little cloud with the face, that just represent like that childlike joy. But it's kind of hidden. I've got these flowers which are a little bit more socially acceptable but still play, and then I've got this white space which is just our feeling of duty, our feeling of responsibility. So that's called Not Like Before, the collection. Oh, I'm so excited. So that is what I'm balancing my time between. And of course, I haven't forgotten about Strategy for Happy, but it has taken a little bit of a back seat at the moment, I'm not going to lie. But a lot's been going on. But I am going to launch it properly. I feel like I've been saying this every friggin', I don't know, for like a year. I'm like, I'm going to launch it properly, guys. I am. And that was one of the things that I want to share with you. I think I'm going to have to make a whole another episode. Oh, there was a question as well. Why have I stopped talking about ADHD? Okay, I'm not going to talk about... Sorry, if you don't know, what is Strategy for Happy? So Strategy for Happy is a step-by-step guided system that I've created. I walk you through it in video lessons, do we want to say? Yeah, I think so. Video lessons, video modules, for creating calm from the chaos of our brain. I talk you through how to rewire your brain for calm and for confidence and to live the life you want. And I am launching it properly. I've got a few people working on it now because we did open, but I never properly launched it. But I'm going to be doing that. But I'll do a proper video on that because I want to answer the question from the comment on a couple of weeks ago, I think, the Annie show. So why did you stop talking about ADHD, which I briefly mentioned in that video? So, okay, let's address this properly. I am not saying that it is helpful for everyone to stop talking about ADHD. Obviously, I'm not saying it's helpful for everyone to. I definitely believe that it's like that diagnosis process is really helpful for so many people. I'm talking about my own personal experiences and why I have personally stopped publicly talking about ADHD. So, as a child, I was misdiagnosed with dyslexia, and I spent a lot of my life believing I had dyslexia, and like I got extra time in my exams for it. I just always thought, and I always told myself like, oh, like you know, I'm not good at writing. I'm a slower reader because I've got dyslexia. I'm not going to, one of the things I would never do, like I would never volunteer. And if I had to do it, I would hate it to go up and write on the board. My spelling isn't the best, okay? It's not the best, but I would tell myself like, oh, I can't do that because I've got dyslexia. I'll get the words wrong. Everyone will laugh at me. I actually don't have dyslexia at all. I don't believe. I'm not an expert at diagnosing, but I don't have any of the criteria. I don't know how I got, literally I got extra time in my exams, probably invalidates them. I don't know. I don't have it. So when I realised that and I looked back and I was like, I've literally not gone for jobs I've wanted because I thought I can't do that, I've got dyslexia. And I didn't have it. And I realised I'd been limiting myself. So yes. I don't want to focus on the label of ADHD for me, for my personal choice. Again, of course, helps so many people to do that. Especially if you're an employee or you're a student and you can get accommodations by having that diagnosis, like of course that's going to be so helpful for you. Realising that that's how your brain works and learning more about it and reading books about ADHD, I still do that. I think that's so helpful, but just putting it out there for myself as a label that I give myself. I don't want to give myself any labels because I know, because I've seen it happen in my life with dyslexia, I know my brain will subconsciously limit myself if I focus too much on that. And there's neuroscience behind that. And when I was training to be a counsellor and learned all the neuroscience, it just made so much sense. So that's why I personally don't really talk about it publicly, don't really kind of claim that label for myself. But again, like no shade on anyone who finds it helpful. Of course, other people do. Just for me, I don't want to deny myself, because honestly for years, when I look back, I was denying myself opportunities. Because I believed I had something that I didn't even have. So there you go. That's why. Please let me know. I know that's quite controversial, okay? I know. Please let me know your thoughts on that. Like, what do you think about that? Okay, I'm going to wrap up the vlog for today, but I do want to do, let me know which topics you would like me to expand on. Do you have any questions? I love answering your questions. I'm so happy to just sit here and talk, but I would love it to be valuable for you. So if you have any questions at all that you want answered, a deep dive, more information about anything, let me know. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Cheers, enjoy, and we will speak soon.